Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gnome Reviews here. This afternoon, we're just going to take a brief look at a couple different Magpul stocks, compare, contrast, go over some of the features, but specifically, these are the three different stocks that I've went through on my CMMG Mk57 rifle. So I just wanted to take a minute to talk about each one of them with you guys. So before I go into doing this comparison, I just want to mention real quick that I highly recommend that you check out the video from Hop here on YouTube. It's called Ranking All the Magpul Stocks. So Hop takes all the different Magpul stocks and contrasts the different features and ranks them with different letter grades from A, I think, down to F, and mentions why each stock gets each grading that it gets. So I just wanted to mention that before I go into these. Definitely check out Hop's full-length video. It's called Ranking All the Magpul Stocks. Get a little bit more of an in-depth explanation on some of these, like the two that I'm going to talk about here. But first off, we're going to mention the CMMG Rip stock. That's the stock that originally came on this factory SBR. It's a 5-inch barrel CMMG Mk57. The Rip stock came with the Mk57 originally, and what the idea is, there's no button system on this. You use the lever to depress to close it, but the whole thing on this is you grab it by the tip here, the stock, the bottom here. You could use your finger even, and it's called a rip stock. It just pulls right out, and then you depress the lever to move it to a desired position if you want to make it shorter or collapse it. But the rip stock is famous for just being able to pull it right out, so it's really nice for a PDW style rifle. I'm not going to talk too much about the Rip stock from CMMG just because specifically this is a Magpul stock video, but I wanted to mention the Rip stock because that's the stock that originally started on this CMMG Mk57. So after the Rip stock, I decided to go to the Magpul SL-M stock. There's a few different SL configurations of the Magpul stock that you'll see in Hop's video. They have the SLK and then a full-size stock like this CTR here, but in the SL model. The one thing about the SL that I do like, that I will praise, is how the lever is depressed into the body of the stock. That way you don't accidentally hit it and your stock changes position without you wanting it to. So you actually have to come up and come inside this to move it. But the SL-M stock, what I understand from Hop's video, is it's designed for short PDW style weapons that are meant to fold. So like something that would maybe use like a law folder, you would put that particular stock on. Or it's mainly the compatibility as far as the SL-M stock, it's meant for a short buffer tube. So unless you're running a short buffer tube, I wouldn't choose the SL-M stock. For example, I have a mil-spec Geisley buffer tube on my Mk57 here, and with the SL-M stock, I could collapse it, but not all the way because it wasn't a short buffer tube. So unless you're running a short buffer tube, I don't recommend the SL-M stock. The main reason that I upgraded from the Magpul SL-M stock to the Magpul CTR, or compact type restricted, that's what the CTR stands for, is because I wanted more surface area where you're shouldering in the stock itself. I wanted more surface area, and the main reason that I went with the CTR is the locking tab here. So whenever you get your CTR stock from Magpul in the position that you desire, they have this locking lever here which you can push in, and it makes it where there's no rattle, no wobble, the stock doesn't move at all. Now that I'm able to collapse this stock all the way, I've got it locked in on my desired position, and this is the shortest possible configuration, which is what I wanted for this particular PDW rifle. So this would be ideal for clearing a house or going through rooms. Even with the suppressor, you've got a really nice compact package here that potentially could easily reach out to 100 and 200 yards with the right shooter and ammunition. Anyhow, we're coming up on 5 minutes here. I pretty much went through the list of features that I wanted to go over here. They do have, you know, you've got your QD slot for a sling here on the CTR, whereas the SL-M and the Rip stock, you're basically having to use a receiver extension regarding a sling. So at least with the CTR, if you are one of the people that like to run a QD, you've got that option. I'm using the M plate. I kept the CMMG sling plate and just used the Geisley buffer tube. And I've got the Magpul CTR stock, just so you know exactly what I'm dealing with here. Anyhow, the Magpul CTR stock got the highest grade on Hop's video. First place, it's the only stock that he gave a grade letter of an A. But I really like the way that it feels so far. I'm going to go to the range later and confirm 0 with my FN 27 grain SS198 LF. And we'll go from there. But so far, I'm really liking the Magpul CTR stock. Gonna mention it again once more before I end this video. I highly recommend that you check out the video from Hop that's called Ranking All the Magpul Stocks. This way you'll get to see all the different Magpul stocks, the list of their features, and he'll compare and contrast the stocks and what he likes and what he doesn't like about each one. That's all I've got for you guys on this video. If you have any questions about any of the 3 stocks pictured here below, feel free to comment below. Like and subscribe for me. Stay tuned for more. Gnome Reviews out.